Rich, how you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear.
Great, great. So it was a great show tonight. It's real clear, actionable advice.
Thank
So
you.
I think I'm in a situation that a lot of guys are in that are on this channel and on this cast right now,
Hmm.
where we're not entrepreneurs yet. We may very well want to be that. And we're here because we've kind of made a decision with your content that we want to take more control. We're tired of maybe listening to other people and want to kind of forge our own path.
Hmm.
But I'm in a situation where I'm not ready to move on to that level. And I think it might be kind of a maybe not even the same thing at all to say, how do you operate with an entrepreneur mindset in a corporate or company
It's
until you're
hard.
ready to make that jump? I'm sure
It's
maybe your
hard.
sales guys have done it.
Yeah, so we used to call those people intrapreneurs
Yeah.
because you're in a corporation.
Hmm.
And see, the number one skill I believe that you need to possess as an entrepreneur that's going to contribute to your success and your growth and your wealth is you have to have problem solving skills.
Hmm.
I mean, you have to know how to deal with people and there's all kinds of stuff as well, but you have to be a really good problem solver because all that running a business really is, especially for the first few years, solving a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And you can be great at it in a corporation. The problem is they adopt very little of it
Right.
because they're very slow to move. They're not agile. They want their T's crossed, their I's dotted. Hang on, we got to get legal to look at this one before we do anything and blah, 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 right? That's why that's why you can have this like large organization that's listed on the NASDAQ that gets blown by like three 21-year-olds with a case of Red Bull and some boners. They just kind of zip right by everybody sort of thing because they're so agile and fast and there's no red tape.
Right.
So, to answer your question, specifically is I would just say just get very good at solving problems and look for opportunities in your industry. I mean, for me, when I was in the collection industry, I
Mhm.
saw a void because all I saw was large companies that would call people to basically harass them to pay their bills. Then there was bankruptcy trustees,
Mhm.
which wasn't a very good solution. Then there was credit counselors, which was another shitty solution. So I knew about settling debt, brokering a deal between the creditor and the debtor, and I created that business. It didn't exist, and that's part
Mhm.
of the reason why we had such massive growth, during that time.
Mhm.
So it's the right place, the right time, all that stuff adds up, but you got to be good at solving problems. So look
Yeah.
for ways to solve problems in the business. Keep a little notepad. Maybe you'll find something that you jot down that could be a business idea
Mhm.
later on down the road. Maybe you're forced to go home because of whatever reason, or maybe you decide to quit because you're fed up.
Mhm.
You could have a notepad of ideas that say, all right, you know what, I'm kind of tired of doing the corporate thing, I'm going to go
Mhm.
do my own thing now here, and I like number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a good book that I'll recommend to you guys that are in the same mind frame as you are right now.
Mhm.
It's called Choose Yourself, and the author is James Altucher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate that. One last thing, though, I want to throw out concerning this. A lot of guys are talking about university. And I want to ask you this from your perspective. Do you think a lot of guys overvalue a degree and undervalue what experience means to an employer like yourself? And do you think that guys don't know how to sell or understand the value that they've already put in the work for it and they don't know how
Yeah.
to sell it?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of guys, myself included, were led to believe you need to have good grades to be successful in life.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
Most entrepreneurs that I knew, myself included, were like C average students.
Mhm.
We didn't get A pluses in school. The school system's not designed for entrepreneurs. It's designed to teach you to sit still, pay attention, write down what's on the overhead or the projector, take your notes, cross your T's, dot your I's, color within the lines. Like they started in geography, right? I don't know if you did this in geography class, but they gave you a green crayon and a blue crayon. And on the land masses, you would have to color on the inside green, and on the water, you would have to color it blue.
Yeah.
Like they legitimately teach students to follow rules and color within the lines. And
Mhm.
that's not what leads to successful entrepreneurship. You have
Mhm.
to think outside of the box. They often said that Steve Jobs didn't even see the box, when it came
Yeah.
to thinking, right? But you go through the school system, you're going to be conditioned to think inside the box conventionally.
Mhm.
So you have to be
Yeah. I
careful with
have,
that.
I have a lot of friends that they worry about not having a degree, and I sit there and I talk about their resume and I look at it and I
Dude,
go, do you realize what you've done in your
I
job
have
now?
no degree, none
Yeah.
whatsoever. There's no piece of paper on my wall framed in mahogany with little letters after my name,
Yeah.
but I make a fuck ton more money than a lot of people I know with mahogany degrees with little letters after the name. In fact, I employ some people with mahogany degrees with little letters after the name to do my accounting, to do my legal work, right? Like they work for me, right? So, you know, I'm not saying don't know accounting, like don't understand like accounting principles. You should understand them. You know, you should know how to reconcile and what each ledger is for. But I'm going to pay an accountant to do my taxes. I'm not going to do it. I got better shit to do with my time.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Rich.